So please make a habit not to waste your time, because one of the things is we don't know how much time we've got, and we don't know how long we're going to be living here. We don't know what time we've got in this dunya. You know, somebody gave me an analogy once. He said that, when at the moment the World Cup's on, and maybe some of the brothers are not here today because they're watching the football, but the analogy that he gave me, he said, look, when you're watching football, if you're an avid supporter, if you really, really enjoy watching football or any sport, then what happens is for that 90 minutes that you're watching the football game, your emotions are all over the place. You're happy when your players are doing well, you're sad when your players aren't doing well, you're angry when your strikers missed the goal, you're angry, so all your emotions, you can get everything. You can be really happy when your favourite player scored a goal, and everything happens. So all your emotions are up, down, here, there, you name it, everything. And then what happens is after 90 minutes, irrespective of whether your team's won or lost, the whistle's blown. And when that whistle is blown, you take a big deep breath. And you're either happy or you're sad because you've won or you're sad. But what happens is, once you've taken that big deep breath, you go back to reality. You go back to your normal life. You go back to how you've lived your life. Now this dunya is effectively, in one way, like that football game. Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Quran, and I give you the rough translation, that Allah says that this dunya is a pastime. Lo, it is a pastime. The hereafter is the true life, if only you knew. So the hereafter is where we should all be going, and inevitably what's going to happen is, one day the angel of death is going to come to us, and we're going to take a big deep breath. And when we take that big deep breath, we're either going to be happy or we're going to be sad. Happy not because we've won a football game, happy because how we lived our life, or sad because how we've lived our life. And that's the stark reality. We need to realize that, that to believe in the hereafter is the fundamental core belief in believing in the hereafter, and we need to believe that. And in so many hadiths, in so many Quranic ayats, we're told about this, and we all know that it's one of the articles of faith to believe in the hereafter. But the question is, how do we prepare ourselves for that? Or do we prepare ourselves for that? Or do we spend most of our life running after this dunya, running after this world? Yeah? Do we spend our life, planning of how we're going to have the next big house, the next big car, the next big investment? So we're trying to build our bank balance here rather than trying to build our akhirat balance, the balance that is really going to be beneficial to us. This bank balance, your bank could go bankrupt. This bank, the bank could set on fire. This bank, you could go bankrupt. Anything could happen. But whatever you put in that bank, in that akhirat bank, is going to be there waiting for you. It's not going to depreciate.